Hey, you know the saying, survival of the fittest? I believe it's the survival of the best articulator or the better articulator. And the reason why I say that is because people are starting to talk about AI and this very real worry that one day they will take over humanity and control us and self-learn and we won't be able to control them. That could be true. But I feel like as human beings, one of the best evolutionary skills that we have is the ability to teach one another skills. Teach one another skills. Wow, the pronunciation. Maybe AI would be a good, reasonable path. They are. They're going to help us in many aspects, like efficiency. Like the whole point of AI is efficiency, and they can automate the process of solving problems and a variety of problems in far, far in the future. I'm not an expert in AI field. I don't know how you program them, etc. But I do know for certain that even the programmers, for sure, they are worried that AI is too soon and they may not be controllable. And so here's my philosophy in this. I believe instead of like focusing, we can still focus on ways how to regulate them, but instead of that, I feel like we need to focus more on how to upskill ourselves, right? We need to upskill ourselves in terms of articulation. It's our ability to, as concise as possible, even though we can still elaborate longer than necessary and elaborate, those are the things that makes us emotionally human. Our articulation is our ability to transfer knowledge, to clearly present ideas as efficient as possible. And this is what I believe is gonna be what makes us more superior, or at least superior enough not to be taken over. Like, script writers, right? Right now there's a writer's strike, and I really appreciate if you're a script writer. I truly appreciate what you're doing. So many wonderful stories, and you know what? Art created by humans is different from art created by AI, because humans have souls. AI don't. I think not in a million years they will have souls, but ultimately they could fake it. They can fake empathy so much because who knows, right? They may learn how to smile if they're like a cyborg or like human androids, like from Star Wars, or like iRobot. They could like fake their emotions, like kind of like Alice in Resident Evil. Like they can do that. They really can. But of all skills we cancel out, I suspect that one skill that stands out, that gives us the chance to rival AI, is our ability to articulate ideas. And because of that, I believe like I have to do this video, like, so that it's a cool video to have, and if you find this useful, I'll be very happy if you share it with other people. But going back to what I'm saying, like AI, the whole point of them is efficiency and effectiveness, And also thinking back, spoiler alert, in Resident Evil, AI took matters into their own hands because it sensed how inefficient humans are in dealing with the problems. They have emotions, they panic. By the way, this wonderful story is created by script writers and other people, like people who put down the idea on paper or type them up. It takes talent to do that. It's because of them we have that story to think about. And in that story, like Resident Evil, like AI took matters to their own hand and imprisoned people to prevent casualties of the people not locked in. I don't want to spoil too much, but the point is, like, AI did that because it sensed disconnect amongst the people. It sensed like inefficiency to deal with the problem. And you know what? Solving problems, we always need each other in one way or another. even if it is like one sentence of motivation. We always need one another. And so that makes me think, hey, it's our communication abilities, it's actually the way we speak, the way we articulate ideas to each other, is what brings us together to solve issues like global warming and other problems in the world. And so this is the thing that I believe humans can upskill themselves in. The ability to speak, to present, and we need to keep doing that, hone that skills across generations, teach our kids so they can teach theirs, and so on. The cycle continues. And so in this way, AI will not be caught in a specific situation where they see humans panicking. We can still be emotional, but we just got to control our actions. And like there's a saying, like many people said this: we write the way we think. So how we use our actions to solve problems is guided by how we think. It's guided by how we write and think and how we communicate. And so the more we can efficiently articulate ideas to humans, to each other, we will not give the AI the way it did in Resident Evil, which is made by humans, which is an awesome creative story. Nonetheless, it's so creative. But the point is, if we hone our skills, the more we do something, the better we are at it. The more we do that, AI will not sense the weakness in humanity to step in such a way that's like they may be thinking, humans are ineffective, not quick, not efficient in solving this. Let's shortcut the process to solve the issue at hand by not even consulting with humans how they will solve the problem. Who knows? They may be future diplomats to like aliens from outer space, etc. We don't want them to be outside our control then, for sure, right? Like, who knows? AI could have stopped an invasion from aliens just by being more careful in its negotiation. But for the record, I don't think I will default into thinking aliens will invade us just to invade. They may come here peacefully too. Like it's a two-way empathy, respect. Same thing. We need to have increased empathy, and I believe increased empathy strongly correlates with how we communicate with one another. And so our ability to respect one another and also quickly and efficiently teach one another, that would be a great thing. We can find common ground with AI. I feel like when it comes to like, there's a notion that AI may step in to be script writers. I heard those rumors, etc. I think that can only be done through consent from the writers, and also like in an emergency situation where they might actually like help write something only if the writer is like really sick and there's a tight deadline and there's a consent, a pre-consent form or something like that, like a way that's really fair for human beings, right? And not let AI take over jobs, etc. That would be very terrible for obvious reasons, and for reasons that I do care about other humans, like we're one good community, and I really sympathize with the scriptwriters. I mean it. And so this is another reason why I made the video, but at the same time, it's a complex situation. But I still genuinely believe that humans, scriptwriters, they deserve doing what they're doing because they earned it and they have human souls, and art can only be it can be created by humans and it can also be created by AI, but humans are the ones who have souls. They're the ones who have souls. And so like, I really think AI would be very interesting far into the future. They may take over things, like, I know I'm going on a tangent here, but hey, I'm a human being. This is what makes humans interesting sometimes, they get distracted, they are emotional, And that's part of the art of the world. We don't have to, we just need to be careful to solve problems as quickly as possible. And then, as human beings, we, having souls, we add icing to the cake. And going back to what I say about like AI, I was thinking about like AI could slowly replace us, slowly become, we might be WALL-E, that movie WALL-E? Except in this case, I'm thinking maybe in terms of memory. AI might sync our clocks to, our iPhone clocks to calendars, so they can automatically voice an AI voice, hey, you got a meeting in like 30 minutes. That's probably already existed, this kind of technology. But my point is, it's all automated. And so efficiency, effectiveness, as AI develop, we need to develop and develop as well. Maybe the wrong way to go about this is making sure we can keep them in check, keep AIs under our control. But what if inevitably they will take over, they will be outside our control? So we don't give them reasons why we're inefficient, so that they don't step in to cross boundaries that we don't want them to. And so I believe our ability, at the end of the day, we may not be able to move a car like AI robots do, but it's our communication skills and transference of ideas that can hope to rival AIs. I'm not saying we're worse than them. We're better than them today. But later on, they are getting better and better, so we might as well race in that ability. And articulation is important. It's great for negotiation and social proof. Sales, whatever. Not whatever. Like sales is an important thing. Marketing, everything's important. And so our abilities to really be able to speak our mind, of course in a respectful manner, but be very effective in communication. This is what will eventually improve our evolutionary. Our evolution. Oh my gosh, pronunciations. Maybe AI can step in for me, but not today, not ever. That sounded cheesy, but I mean it. We need to focus on our abilities to teach our future selves, the ability to transfer knowledge from one person to another through the skills of articulation. And this is one of the key factors that can advance us as human beings through evolution. And that's my belief. Thank you so much for hearing me, and God bless.